Yeah, it's fantastic feeling to be here in Itajaí in first place. I think I just think back to that moment we were repairing the mast after 5 days after the start. We'd destroyed one of our 8 sails on board, and it was looking pretty tough. We were thinking turning back to Cape Town, and now I look back to that now, and we're here finishing in first place. It just really gives me goosebumps. It's an amazing achievement. It's been the adventure of a lifetime, I'd say. Rounding Cape Horn, sailing for 40 days, 12,000 miles, and it's about overcoming and kind of always believing. That's what was so strong about the team. We always kept believing. We always kept having a positive spirit about things, and by doing that all the way to the finish, that's why we're here in first place, I think. And just keep pushing, and finally we make it. So, yeah. So I think that the South was. There's moments where it was just, you really felt the full power of the nature, and you just don't experience that in other oceans. And that was, I've heard so much about it, and I wasn't really sure what to think about it. But the thing that really shocked me was how little sun there is. It's endless grey skies, and that can really affect your mood. You really have to rely on the crew members to keep you feeling positive and to keep pushing the boat. And especially when it started getting windy and you started having problems on the boat, that's when it was tough. But I really enjoyed the kind of rawness of the place down there. How remote it was. You really felt like you were really at the mercy of kind of what the South had to offer you. And I'll look back on this experience quite fondly, I think. For me, it's got to be finishing here in first place. That was a tough fight. I've hardly slept the last 3 days, just always looking at where that second place boat, Holson, was, and I think to see everyone on the shore and just kind of realize what we've all achieved together is makes me feel super happy. But Cape Horn has to be the other highlight. That's one of the things off the bucket list for me, and great feeling after 30 days to see this piece of land. The main thing I've learned is I'm a pretty competitive person. I was really not happy whenever we were losing miles on the others, and I relied on the team a lot of times to kind of keep me positive sometimes and to keep me pushing. And we had a perfect balance between the team. There was some of us wanting to push harder, some of us wanting to keep the boat in one piece, and some of us wanting to make sure we stay positive. And we all came together and we all brought different aspects to it. And it turns out that ended up being the winning move, having a team like this. And I really learned my personality about myself and how I survive with 4 other people on a boat and like this. I think it was a challenge, to say the least, and a long time at sea. Just since Point Nemo in the middle of the Pacific, we've had other boats within 30 miles of us pretty much the whole time, apart from the last few hours here. And just having that boat next to you, it gives you an element of pushing and stress and wanting to work hard to be ahead of them. And it's great for the racing. It's fantastic racing, but it pushes you to the limit. You really want to beat the other boat, and it's fantastic. But I think the moments I found the most exhausting and most tough was the repairs. When you're trying to still race and still push the boat at full speed, when you've suddenly got to try and repair a boat in huge waves, the boat's being thrown around you. There were moments where we were trying to fix the engine, where we were being slammed into the engine so hard that you're worried you're going to get injured. That was frustrating sometimes, very frustrating. And when you achieve this, you could really look at each other in the eye and say, we've done this goal. Let's keep working it, breaking it down day by day, and we'll get there in the end. So we've all experienced something, and I think we'll always have a special bond now, whatever we do in the rest of our life. So, but I hope to be back in the South in the not too long future. So.
Malizia, racing. Yeah, go ahead, racing talk. Your finish is recorded. Congratulations. Great, thank you very much, Bill. We'll see you in the dock in Itajaí. Cheers. Trophy for you guys.
All right. You need